The Legend of Vox Machina. Roundabout way, this started with a Kickstarter campaign off of the D&D group of Critical Role, which is pretty much composed by a bunch of nerdy-ass voice actors sitting around playing D&D.
And let me tell you, you're going to get two perspectives from this review.
I've been a fan, because I was a fan when they started doing this specific arc weekly. Like, I've been there and this going on forward. You're kind of the newbie.
I'm the newbie. As the newbie, I just want to get this out of the way.
Okay.
Watch this show. You don't need to know anything from it because it is so high quality. This is Invincible level quality coming out of Amazon. This might have been a Kickstarter, but this show, hands down, is probably one of the best animated shows I've seen in some time.
Yeah. So the thing was, they did a Kickstarter. It raised like $11 million.
Yes.
One of the fastest growing Kickstarters. Amazon then picked it up and was like, what if we give you a streaming service? We can do a full cur. Going into like the first 2 episodes, it's more of your traditional fantasy, you know, we're going to kill a dragon. We got to build up these characters, which I will say this, they do a really good introduction for if you've never watched the show before, here's who these characters are.
Yeah, and they do it a couple times. So you got that cold open that was kind of put in the trailer where it's like, we have these batch of heroes, they're going to save the day, and then they all die. And it's like, oh, fuck. Okay. Like, that instantly grabbed me.
I like this show because each character, you can tell, is their own character.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell of their own archetype of, this is who this person is, this is who this person is, you know, and they each play a specific part of the group.
Yes.
You know?
And it perfectly comes together. Like, you can tell the chemistry, the bond, everything that these characters have.
The barroom has one of my favorite scenes of this because of like, this would be, it reminds me of something you and me would do. Of you have Percy, the gunslinger. He's sitting there. Guy's about to attack him. He pulls out the pepper box. He has everything handled. It's everything handled. And then one of his team, Grog, just comes in and screws it all up. And I'm like, that's you and me.
Yeah.
We have the situation completely under control. Nope.
I mean, I think that adds so much to it because you can see, like, they're a team, but they also do their own thing. So they're not running on all cylinders. But they still care about each other. They're still there for each other. They're going to have each other's back.
That's a really good world building for the world of Alexandria.
It does.
It hints at stuff to where if you're a fan, you're going to recognize, like, oh, I know that.
Yeah.
But if you're new, you're like, this is still cool. This is still cool. So I guess me kind of going into you, because I like the first 2 episodes,
yes,
but to me, episode 3 is probably my favorite of the batch.
I lean a little bit more to episode 2.
Okay.
Than episode 3. I want to see where episode 3 goes going into 4. 3 was just such a cliffhanger. It's like, I need more now. I need more now.
Because 3 begins the Briarwood arc, which begins with the character's backstory of Percy.
Mm-hmm.
And like, this is my own personal bias because Percy isn't just my favorite character in the show. He's one of my favorite fictional characters.
Okay.
So I kind of know, and there's been a lot of like coming into like, oh, it's cool they did this. How are they going to handle this? One of the things that did kind of disappoint me was at the very end when he meets Desmond and he has the gun pointed on him.
Yeah.
The one thing I wish they did pull from the game is while Desmond is begging, he goes, he won't talk to them about the Briarwoods because he's like, you don't understand. They will kill me. Percy's response is, no, they won't, because I'll kill you first. Who's kind of your favorite? You know, being that the whole newbie and whatnot kind of coming in.
And I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but Keith is by far my favorite. And which I didn't expect going in, because like I didn't know who I would like the most because they're all new characters to me. I have no connection to them. So I came in fresh and just the little moments after the whole song there in the castle, and all, and then she just pukes. Like she didn't even have to say anything, just the timing of the puking. And like, have we been banned from all the taverns in the city? Like,
my favorite is the interaction of during the dinner, and Scanlan goes, those are really nice pearls. I have a pair of my own. And she goes, wait a minute, I've never seen you. And then she clicks what it is, what kind of beads he's talking about. Great.
Oh, it's fantastic. And but here's the thing, like, yeah, she's the standout for me. Like, I think that's the character I really am clicking with as my favorite. But all the characters have something special about them across the board.
Yeah. The introduction of the briarwood, which is a good introduction.
Very good.
Like it's a good villain introduction.
Oh, it was like I was like, oh, so we're gonna have a little bit of a bandit situation here, and then all of a sudden the dude just kills them, and I was like, oh fuck. Like, okay, I see, I like this. We're going somewhere. It's different.
What did you think of the comedy? Because I've heard throughout the reviews, because I've seen a couple of reviews of people, the comedy's kind of like hit and miss.
Yeah, so
do comedy and do negatives.
Yeah, so with comedy wise, I think a lot of the timing was perfect. Like a lot of the jokes land based off of the timing alone. Like the joke isn't that funny, but the timing of it with the situation adds so much to it. Like the puking, like the musical one in the back with the daughter, like it's like that. It wasn't that the jokes itself were hysterical or that funny. They were good. There was some good jokes, but I think the writing is so strong with the pace. The pacing on this show is phenomenal.
See, that's kind of one of my like disagreements.
Okay.
Like if we had to pick negatives, which we're kind of going into negatives, I think the first 2 episodes are very slow.
Okay.
Like there are times where I feel like it drags.
Okay.
And it does get somewhat cliche at the ending of like, okay, they're not just going to walk away.
Yeah.
They got to have something to get them to come back.
I think for me, the pacing seems all right because I'm learning everything. Every moment I get to experience in this world is another moment of me learning. I don't want to jump straight into the whole Briarwood storyline earlier. I want to have those 2 episodes to kind of root me in this world, to really get me to really know who's who, what the dynamic is on the team, and to just have one good mission with them. The fact that David Tennant's already dead and like
I completely forgot about that because it's been so long. So that when they did the takeout, it's like, oh yeah, Tennant's the evil one. I'm like, oh.
I was like, you son of a bitches! Like, oh, we needed more Tennant. He did such a good job.
Great. The voice cast alone is great.
Oh, hands down. The one with the healing powers.
Pike.
Yeah, Pike. She, like, I know the voice actress is Ellie.
It's Ashley Johnson.
Yes, it's Ashley Johnson. So I know that. So when I first heard her, I was like, oh, that's her. But the thing is, like, it's after that, it just morphed into Pike. Like, it was no longer Ashley Johnson anymore. It was Pike. And I think that's what it's like. It wasn't David Tennant anymore. It was
General Creed.
Yes.
No matter how many problems I have with the first 2 episodes, and I still have a lot of really good from the first 2 episodes, that cliffhanger from the third really does ramp things up.
Yes.
And I'd give it probably a strong B+.
B+. I'm right there with you, about an 8.5 out of 10. It's really strong. It is a strong start. If you're not watching this show, please go watch it. Yeah. Make sure you, like I said, hit that subscribe button, go on the journey with us. It's going to be a journey. You have a newbie and you have an experienced person going through this awesome show together and kind of breaking it down for you guys. And, we'll see you later.